Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to night 5 out of 6 of the Gauntlet Series Showdown right here on the MTA YouTube channel. If you're new here, be sure to crush that subscribe button, turn on all notifications, stay up to date with everything that we've got going on right here on the MTA YouTube channel. Tonight, 8 of the best Diecast monster trucks continuing to climb the points mountain. Who's going to take it all the way here tonight? Because last night it was James Vaillancourt in the UFO Ford taking home all the marbles. Is he going to stay on top here tonight and get more points? We're going to find out in just a few minutes, because this is how the overall point standings is going down after last night, and it looks like downtown Mitch Brown has now moved to 3rd position when he's led this whole time, and the wild man Ryan Johnson and Brodozer is leading the bunch alongside with Wyatt Anderson and Bad Company at 140 points apiece. Rounding out your top 5, Bradley Graham and King Sling with 130 points, and last night's winner, James Vaillancourt in the UFO Ford, rounds out top 5 with 120 points. The bottom 3, they got to make some decisions here tonight and get some big time wins for some ultimate points, because they got a lot of ground to make up before the night is over. And now we get ready to kick off night 5 out of 6 here on the Gauntlet. Here's how round 1 action is going to be shaken down. Iron Mike Lanford and Gunslinger taking on the King of Kings, Bradley Graham and King Sling. Brodozer taking on the Gravedigger. Checking out the other side of the bracket, your boy Shaggy and Gravedigger the Legend taking on UFO. And closing out round 1 action, Mitch Brown and Bigfoot taking on Wyatt Anderson and Bad Company. Now up the line first, all the way from HOTWHEELS, North Carolina, the King of Kings himself, Bradley Graham and King Sling. He's trying to turn things around, go up a little bit higher on that point standing, and you talk about turning things around. Iron Mike Lanford hasn't gotten out of the first round this entire Gauntlet series. He's trying to make history here tonight and take out one of the baddest of the bad in King Sling over there in that far lane. Both these drivers are staged. Here's the green light now down the straight stretch. King Sling with a side lead. Here comes Gunslinger on the inside. King Sling in trouble, and there goes Gunslinger. What a way to kick off night 5 of the Gauntlet here in the snow. What an incredible matchup. Bradley Graham and King Sling is upside down. Lost it right there in no man's land, and Mike Lanford hit that last set of cars inside of the shutdown area, ladies and gentlemen. Take another look at this from the top of the track. MTA replay coming at you. Bradley Graham, slight lead in King Sling. Here comes Gunslinger on the inside, but watch the outside lane. Loses it right there in no man's land. Over goes King Sling, and then Lanford trying to shut it down and just sidestep that seat container down there, rolling the truck over into the pine trees. What a ride it was. Bradley Graham lost it in the snow through no man's land, unable to get across the finish line. MTA track crew and officials are down there now to roll over the King of Kings. What a night it's been. That's going to hurt him in the overall points, no question. Left front tire has come off of the truck. He did land hard on that left front through no man's land, and the truck rolled over from there. MTA track crew and officials having a hard time getting him rolled back over due to the snow. Once they get him up on that dirt, using that crush car as a little bit of leverage, King Sling back on all 3 tires. He's out of competition here tonight. Gunslinger advancing on into our semifinal bracket. What an incredible race that was to kick us off here tonight. But next up, another driver out of HOTWHEELS, North Carolina, the Phenom, Rich Wagner, returns in the Gravedigger. He's got his hands full because one of the leaders right now, position number 1 in the points, wild man Ryan Johnson back at Brodozer now into the outside lane. Johnson Motorsports taking on Renegade Motorsports. It's going to be an all-out brawl. Rich Wagner trying to get into the semifinals for the first time in the Gauntlet. Who's it going to be? The green light goes down. Off the line they go. They're fairly even through no man's land now. And that wild man Ryan Johnson rolls it over. Sets it on the tailgate, going across the finish line, and that far lane is causing some problems here tonight. You gotta wonder if it's the snow out there on the track. The trucks are actually skating across it, and they don't know how to get a lot of traction. So what a ride for the wild man, Rich Wagner, going into semifinals for the first time in this Gauntlet series. Check out your MTA replay there, side by side, coming down the straightaway. Watch now as they go down to the first jump, up and over the cars. Watch the wild man into that far lane, lose it right there in the snow. Wagner almost didn't get all 4 tires up on that car stack. He brings it back around to get across the finish line. What an incredible race there. That far lane is causing some problems. But up next, your boy Shaggy, Matt Cheever, Gravedigger, the Legend, back at the line, trying to get as many points as possible. He's got the task to take on last night's champion, James Vaillancourt, Cool Hand Luke, all the way from Center Mesa, New Jersey. The brand new UFO's been looking good out here so far. Ready now to take on Shaggy and Gravedigger, the Legend, out of Poplar Branch, North Carolina. Both drivers staged and ready to go. Here's the green light now down the straight stretch. They come UFO with a slight lead. The Legend trying to come back, and the outside lane strikes again. Vaillancourt upside down through no man's land. The UFO Ford Came over that first set of cars and wiped out through no man's land, did a nice barrel roll, landed it on all 4 tires. Nonetheless, Shaggy and Gravedigger the Legend, your round 1 winner. But now we get ready to close out round 1 action. Wyatt Anderson returning in the Bad Company Chevrolet. Ready now to take on downtown Mitch Brown and Bigfoot, the big bad Ford, hailing out of Pacific, Missouri in that far lane, which seems to be cursed here tonight. 2 top points contenders here tonight going down in round 1 competition. Who's going to take it all the way? Ford and Chevrolet. Bigfoot Bad Company, the green light goes down off the line. Side by side of the first jump over the car down, and Bigfoot pulls it out. And a little bit of contact inside of the shutdown area. You saw just how easy Bigfoot spun out inside of that shutdown area when Bad Company made a little bit of contact with him. What an incredible ride. Bigfoot breaking the curse out of that far lane, and Mitch Brown moving on in the semifinals and a big time win as Bad Company is right there with him in the overall points chase. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. Semifinal action is coming up next. Are you ready to get in on the action here on the Monster Truck Attitude YouTube channel? Look no further. Head over to Facebook where you can sign up for all the great events we host right here on the MTA YouTube channel. Be sure to sign up for the events and register your name and get locked in with a monster truck of your own and get ready for the great thrills and spills right here on the MTA YouTube channel. Again, find us on Facebook, register for these events, and you soon will be competing in all the great events. We hope to see you there. And get ready for the wild and crazy action. Be sure to subscribe and turn on all notifications so you don't miss a beat right here on the Monster Truck Attitude YouTube channel. Welcome back to the Gauntlet Race 5 out of 6 going down here tonight. Here's how semifinal action is going to go down. We saw Gunslinger knock out King Sling earlier tonight in round 1. He is in semifinals. Gravedigger knocked off Brodozer. He finds himself matched up against Gunslinger in our first matchup at semis. Gravedigger the Legend took out UFO, and Mitch Brown and Bigfoot making use of that right lane here tonight. He knocked out Bad Company. He will pair off against Matt Cheever and Gravedigger the Legend to wrap up our semifinal matchups. But up first at the line, Iron Mike Lanford in the new Gunslinger Ford out of Oldsmar, Florida. Back in action, it seems. They got some of the bugs worked out of that truck. He hasn't done so good all season long in this gauntlet. He is now ready to take on another man who hasn't got out of round 1 in this Gauntlet Series showdown. Rich Wagner and the Gravedigger now out of Kildover Hills, North Carolina. Ford versus Chevrolet. If this race doesn't give you Friday night TNN Motor Madness vibes, nothing will. Who's going to go to the finals here tonight? Gravedigger and Gunslinger. The green light goes down. Digger's got the whole shot. Gunslinger trying to make up the ground. Now it's close. What an incredible race as Lanford came back on the Gravedigger right there over the last set of cars. Both of them tagging the pine trees down inside the shutdown area. You got to understand it's nice and snowy. They're having a hard time shutting those trucks down. Watch this replay, folks. Gravedigger has about a truck length lead on Gunslinger. Watch now over the first jump. They settle it down in no man's land. Here comes the Ford, horsepower on the inside lane, and at the finish line by mere inches, Rich Wagner and the Gravedigger pulling out a huge win here tonight over Mike Lanford and Gunslinger. Both those drivers needed it bad, and apparently Wagner wanted it just a little bit more. But now we find out who's going to meet up with the Gravedigger in our final round showdown. Matt Cheever, your boy Shaggy, Gravedigger the Legend, looking strong here tonight. He is now set to take on downtown Mitch Brown in the Bigfoot machine, the Ford Champ, all the way from Pacific, Missouri, formerly out of St. Louis. They're looking strong. They are now over here on the inside lane. Matt Cheever, Gravedigger the Legend, made it to the finals just a couple of nights ago. Can he do it again? Green light goes down off the line. They're pretty much side by side now over the first car. Shaggy and Trouble turning it over. And Mitch Brown and Bigfoot move on to the final round showdown against the Gravedigger here tonight. But the far lane strikes again, and Matt Cheever and Gravedigger the Legend has rolled the truck over right there over that last set of cars. Let's go back to our MTA replay trying to figure out what just happened. He did get the whole shot on Mitch Brown and Bigfoot. Down the straightaway, they come over the first jump. He's already kicked off to the side, lost it right there in no man's land, had nowhere to go but upside down, and Shaggy is tearing up some trucks here in this Gauntlet Series. What an incredible ride it was. No question about it. Mitch Brown does move on to our final round showdown. MTA track crew and officials down there now. He's out of the truck. He's waving to the family up in the stands. Spanky, Spooky, Nugget, and Peanut. They wanted to see Uncle Shaggy bring it to the final round once again, but unfortunately upside down. The fans are going crazy. Shaggy always puts on a great show no matter what. There you see the damage done to Gravedigger the Legend. Once again in this Gauntlet series, the crew has got some thrashing to do. They got one more race to bring back Gravedigger the Legend in this Gauntlet series showdown. And ladies and gentlemen, it's all come down to this. Night 5 out of 6 here in the Gauntlet. Rich Wagner needs the points the most. Mitch Brown needs points as well to stay on top of the leaderboard. Who's it going to be? The finals are next.
This isn't your typical motorsports podcast. You're listening to Crush This, a monster truck podcast presented by High Octane Coffee and J Concepts. A show where we take you inside the minds of your favorite drivers, past and present, of the monster truck industry. And now, your hosts, Brad Shaw and Dan Chichagash. Buckle in. The show starts now.
Welcome back, NTA fans, to the Gauntlet here tonight. Night 5 out of 6 going down. And we saw earlier tonight, Gravedigger knocked off Gunslinger in an incredible showdown. He made his way to the finals. And then we saw Bigfoot and Mitch Brown knock off Gravedigger the Legend after a hard rollover for Mr. Shaggy. He's upside down. The crew's down there thrashing on that truck. It's now time for the finals. Rich Wagner out of Kill Double Hills, North Carolina, the Phenom, hasn't done good in this Gauntlet series. He's made it to the finals for the first time. However, downtown Mitch Brown and Bigfoot, all the way from Pacific, Missouri, he went to the finals and won the very first night out on this Gauntlet. He's trying to do it again and stay at the top of the leaderboard in this overall points chase. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all come down to this. Night 5 out of 6 here at the Gauntlet, the final round showdown. Bigfoot taking on Gravedigger. Here's the green light now down the straight stretch. They go there, dead even down to the first jump over no man's land. Bigfoot's in trouble, and Wagner pulls it out in the Gravedigger here tonight. And what a wild ride as that far lane strikes again inside of the final round showdown. On night 5 out of 6, let's take another look at your NTA replay. Both drivers cut an incredible light. They are side by side all the way down that straightaway. Watch now as they hit the first jump. They start flying high over the first set of cars. Bigfoot's a little out of shape. Got crossed up in no man's land. Got only the right side tires on that car stack, costing him as he goes end over end across the finish line. But your winner here tonight in night 5 out of 6 in the Gauntlet, give it up for the Phenom, Rich Wagner in the Gravedigger. And ladies and gentlemen, how about some awesome racing in the snow here tonight? Here's how all the points are going to be shaken down. Mitch Brown and Bigfoot making it to the finals tonight. He has the overall points lead at 170. Wildman Ryan Johnson, Brodozer with 160. Right behind him, Wyatt Anderson, Bad Company with 160 points to his own credit. Then we check out Rich Wagner. Tonight he got a big win, but you got to remember the last 4 events, he struggled to get out of round 1. He's down there in number 7 with 130 points. So ladies and gentlemen, we got one more night to go in this Gauntlet Series showdown. Race 6 out of 6 tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, right here on the NTA YouTube channel. Thank you all so much for coming out and watching. Be sure to comment down below what you thought of tonight's show. And as always, be sure to crush that subscribe button, and I'll get you down the road. See you next time.
Standing tall up in victory lane, I done brought the pain and now they screaming my name. Yeah, everybody saw me rock the place. Now there's flashbulbs are popping and mics in my face. Always giving the crowd what they need. Now they're wearing my shirts front row to nosebleed. Now the crowd forms is what it's all about. Signing autographs until the lights out. Yeah, it's about that.